Okay, good evening, everybody. It is 6:19 p.m. Sorry for the late start, but we wanted to make sure that there was quorum. Thank you, Councilman Fernandez. I'm going to go ahead and start this special call meeting with roll call.
Good evening. Councilmember Collazo.
Present.
Councilmember Fernandez. Present. Councilmember Garcia.
Present.
Councilmember Ruano.
Present.
Councilmember Dieguez, Vice Mayor Alvarez, and Mayor Sid are absent. Councilmember Collazo, we have quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Please rise for a prayer led by Councilwoman Marilyn Ruano.
Thank you. Let's bow our heads. Lord, help us this evening to run this meeting through your grace. Help us make the proper decisions. Help us allow our Blasting Advisory Board to travel to Tallahassee and lobby for this community to bring much needed relief. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Garcia.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. On to order of business. Any deferrals, additions, or deletions? Nope. Public comments?
Good afternoon, Council. Thank you very much for getting together on such short notice for this critically important issue. I'm here to advocate to you on behalf of not just the BAB, but on behalf of myself as a concerned resident. This is the most important legislative issue to this town, and frankly, to this region of South Florida. Before you today is going to be the proposal for the budgetary request for our trip to Tallahassee. This request has been put together by the BAB through help with direct communications, I believe, with Representative Fabricio on the dates, but I know that other dates are being considered. Frankly, the BAB, we're a versatile bunch, and whatever date is chosen, because I believe other dates have been proposed by the lobbyist as possibly better dates. Whatever is going to be best, whatever is going to create the most positive impact and result for our citizenry, that's what we're going to be fine with. But I am here to implore you all to please approve a budget for us to get up there and do the work that needs to be done on behalf of our residents. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Brian. Any additional public comments? If not, I will turn over the meeting to Councilman Garcia.
Thank you so much, Councilman Collazo. I want to thank the staff and, of course, my colleagues and the BAB for coming so short notice. The reason for this meeting is to finalize a budget for the lobbying efforts, of course, in Tallahassee for the blasting. Last year, we were very successful, and it took a little time to coordinate the red tape and all that, get the budget together, finalize the travel budget and things like that, hotel stays. So Chairman Martinez asked me if we could have this meeting to try to get ahead of the game, come up with a budget, start the ball rolling, so when the lobbyists say, hey, now these are the days you got to go, they're ready to go, and they can get up there. So I appreciate spending your evening here with us today. So basically, I would like to call Chairman Martinez to come up and please speak about the budget you're requesting. Thank you.
First off, I want to thank everybody for coming in again on short notice, obviously. This is an issue that's affecting not just Miami Lakes, but the complete area, surrounding area. And now as we're getting further into this, we're learning that other parts of the state are also being affected. Being that we're being watched, now that we're learning that they're watching our moves, I want to present to you guys some information. I gave you guys a little packet, and obviously, I'm the chair of the Blasting Advisory Board. You may or may not be aware that I'm also working with a group of scientists that have taken a pet project of what we're experiencing. And they have monitoring equipment currently watching our area. So the first sheet that I provided on this packet is a screenshot of their seismograms. You'll notice on this day of January 20th that the episodes throughout here included earthquakes around the world. So these are highly sensitive equipment, and they're watching. There also includes the B, C, D, and E are quarry blasts. You'll notice that the B, C, and D are red because they exceed the capacity or limitation of the application used to generate this report. Those are quarry blasts here that are affecting us. The accurate reading would be if they pick into it and they'll be able to see the actual numbers. So it's a reference that they're being watched as well. Now, what's critical about this program that these scientists are doing is that we're always concerned with of data when it's official data, that it is clean data. So this guarantees that what the state is doing is clean data. So the next sheet you'll see is an actual blast report from the miners, from White Rock. You'll see it's highlighted on the bottom that December 21st, this is a December 1st report, and if you flip it over on the back side, you'll see highlighted is that this blast was at 0.355 inches per second. The legal limit is 0.5 inches per second, so this is 2/3 the level of a legal limit, and at a distance of 1,675 feet. Now, recall all my presentations that this energy wave is a sine curve, so the energy is going up and down, undulating. On the next sheet is the blast report, official request from the state, and this is the Miami-Dade pilot program. Now, the BAB has assisted finding locations, volunteer locations to install the equipment for their monitors. And the listing of it, there's, you'll see 22, if you flip the sheet, there's 1 through 22. Those are each equipment that's installed throughout the county by the state. At each location, the next sheet has the locations, so it shows where they're at. And you will see the same exact blast reported by White Rock. It's the Miami-Dade pilot program is recording at 0.4943. Okay, that's less than 0.01 from the legal limit. What's significant about this, you'll see that the device that recorded this level was a distance of 4,229 feet. The device reported by White Rock is 1,675 feet. So why the difference between it? I'm not going to question the readings of this, the accuracy of the readings, but I will explain that it's the undulation of the energy wave and where the wave hit with relationship to the machine recording it. So if it came from below and just missed the machine, the recording will be high. If it was here and hit low, the recording would be much, much lower. That just shows you the inaccuracy of what the state is doing to monitor what's affecting us. This proves it right here. Now, I'm mentioning this to you because along with, as we all know, as legislation works, they have to vote. And the votes are coming from across the state from all members of legislation. Now we're coming to light that other parts of the state are affected as we are. So we need to come to a common ground and continue to push what we're doing to find an equitable solution for this industry to coexist with their neighbors. With that, and never in the history in this matter have we been as far as and as close as we are today. So from last year when we went, many things came to light from the legislators. One of them was they requested that we repeatedly go there to continue to push and expose and make aware the legislation of what's going on. It doesn't happen if somebody doesn't go up and share light into this issue. The other thing is that with these the Miami-Dade pilot program, it's giving concrete official data backing what we're claiming. It's no longer some quote-unquote, as they referenced us, a bunch of lunatics coming from Miami Lakes to the Capitol It is facts. These are unbiased equipment that are giving the facts. So we need to support this. There are a bill that is being presented by Fabricio, State Representative Fabricio, and co-sponsored in the Senate by Avila. It brings down this legal limit to 0.15. That legal limit is that more than 2/3 of the blast that we feel is under that. So in reality, there's no reason that they can't accept that. It's a good common ground to start. With that, we're requesting that an allocation of funds, a budget based on last year's numbers and current airfare, for 5 members of the BAB to attend. We don't feel that the entire body has to go for cost sake. So it's $650 for airfare, $300 for hotel, and this is for 2 nights for 5 people. $600 for printing to bring asset information with us, $50 for transportation, and $50 per person for meals, for a total $500 each, and a grand total of $6,350. We feel that if 5 members are attending, it would be a good body to go and knock on doors and again, share this information so we can get a common ground. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel. Appreciate that. Appreciate all your efforts. So this is, as you remember, you're going to have 5 members. This budget compared to last year's budget, you're saying
It's less people.
Less people?
Last year, we had the entire committee go.
Yeah.
So obviously, we don't have a budget, and we're trying to be conservative and still be effective.
Mhm.
So we're trying to go that route.
And you feel that with 5 people, you'll be as effective as you were last time?
I expect so, yes.
Okay. And then the goal of the committee this time is to use the data that you've been able to accumulate from the pilot program and show already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and frankly, the CFO's office, this division that they've created with this, I've been in contact with Chris Colson. He's the director of the program, and he's advising that they're going to push legislation to do something based now they have facts. They still need to get analysis, but to do analysis, you need proper data. So that's what they're acquiring now. And then if legislation doesn't approve it, then he wants to push forward a best practice policy. But again, we need to expose and continue to share the information.
Have the lobbyists told you a date, the exact dates that they feel you'll be more effective to get this through?
State Rep Fabricio had recommended 3 dates
Okay.
in order of preference. But the last date he advised, I think it was the week of the 13th. He's recommending to fly in on Monday evening, so that Tuesday morning we're there, and stay Tuesday night and return Wednesday, same as we did when we went. But the last day that he's recommending coincides with the day that the lobbyists are recommending.
Okay,
So-
and that's before the committee makes its choice or during
Before
testimony?
Before
Will
committee.
you be able to give testimony?
Right,
And-
well, the town's lobbyist is also recommending that same week.
Okay.
So, I mean, our preference was to go on the 6th, the week of the 6th, and they're recommending the following week of the 13th.
okay.
So, but, that's up to you guys, obviously, and what schedules can be done.
Thank you. And through the chair to the manager, where would this line item, what budget would it come from?
We have money in our under administration in the travel line. We have enough to cover the requested amount. So we obviously have some administrative travel in there too that we plan throughout the year. So we think we'll be okay, but if we get later on in the year and we believe that we have necessary travel and we have run out of that line, then we'll come back to you and ask for a little more money. So we think we can absorb this within the amount that's allocated under administration.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any motions?
Is there any other questions from my colleagues? I would love to make a motion to approve this budget.
I'll
Can I?
second.
Second.
Motion second. I do have one follow-up question for discussion, and it's directed to the chair. On the math, you said it was for 2 nights, and I saw the math. Is it $150 per night, or was it $300 per night?
For the
The
hotel?
breakdown in the math.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure we're getting the number right. It was budgeted at 150, but I know it
The
was,
hotel, right, $300 is for the 2 nights. So
okay, for the 2
$150 per
nights.
night.
Okay. The other thing, as a follow-up, you know, I've been in Tallahassee, you know, been through that rodeo. We've been together up there with doing the advocacy for this issue. I know the miners did not come to the town hall meeting, but take them up on that meeting that they declined, and do that before you go up there. I want to make sure that there's no smoke putting inside your tire saying, hey, we've never been asked to come to the table. And I know that they said if you met in neutral ground that they'd be open to it. And I think it's going to help make your case when you go up to Tallahassee. Look, we've tried actually negotiating in good faith, and I think that's an important point. Take them up on what they said.
I don't know if there's enough time prior to going, though.
Well, I think you raised the issue, right?
Right.
You raised the issue, and they extended the opportunity. I think you do that before this meeting as well. If they cancel, extend, or, you know, that's on them. But make sure that you take them up on because I think that's really what's the position that you can leverage going up there.
Agreed.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There is no more business. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.